Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on my channel. And today it's a special one because recently, well actually the weekend just gone, was UFC 205. If you don't know what it is MMA fighting, which is mixed martial arts, and they fight in the UFC, which is the Ultimate Fighting Championship, and it was a huge one. It's probably one of the biggest fights and the biggest events ever run by the UFC 205, and this is the headline one, and it's between Eddie Alvarez, who was the lightweight world champion, against the contender, which is the most brilliant and most famous of UFC fighters probably right now. That is Conor McGregor. I love Conor McGregor, and throughout this video you'll probably hear me saying how much I do rate him as a fighter. And here he is, Conor McGregor, from Ireland. And one thing I'm going to say right now is this video is a mock simulation, and this is after the fight. Obviously, if you don't know already, Conor McGregor actually won the fight in the second round against Alvarez, and became the first ever UFC fighter to hold two belts at the same time simultaneously. So now he holds the lightweight championship, so he's the champion of that, and also the welterweight divisions. And if you don't know much about the ranking system, it's dependent on the fighter's weight going into it. So he now holds the title at 145 pounds and 155 pounds. So it's a very interesting thing. But so this game is pre-recorded. I actually recorded it just before I did the talking to you guys now, and yeah, I hope you do enjoy this. So if you I'm just going to say this also now. I recently just got UFC 2, which is what the game I'm playing to actually do this and set this up. I only just recently got it a few days ago. I'm not very good at all. So if you see any problems, like I try stupid things, it's probably because I did. But I just think it was good enough for me to show this, and obviously now I'm doing the commentary to it and talking to you a bit more about UFC if you don't know what it is and if it's something you might get into. I have to say, UFC 2 is a brilliant game. The graphics, as you can see, is brilliant. It's got amazing fighters. It's very difficult, but I like that challenge, because one thing that people love about video games is if they're difficult, it means there's more of a challenge. So as you can see, we're still seeing the presentation building up to the fight, and this is I think a good chance to tell you how I got into UFC. UFC is actually very new to me. I've known about UFC for quite a while, but I probably would say I haven't been a fan until recently. And there's one person that made me a fan of, appreciate what these guys do, and that actually is Conor McGregor. I just think he's brilliant. He's probably one of the coolest people on the planet right now. He just has an aura to him, and he just oozes self-confidence, which you've got to have. And he epitomizes that if you work hard enough and you have true confidence in yourself, you can do absolutely anything. So we are building up to this fight, and I'm not going to give away what happens actually in this fight, but I did okay. If you don't know about Eddie Alvarez, he has a big wrestling background, so things you should look out for when you're fighting Alvarez on this game, if you have this game or you want this game, is he will try and do a lot of takedowns and do a lot of wrestling moves. So that's one thing to look at. But if you're Conor McGregor, he's brilliant on this game. I think he's 94 rated in welterweight, but only 92 in lightweight, because I think they've recently done the update since he's won the title, which was Sunday, that he actually is now in lightweight, so I can put this together. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoy, and here we go. I'm going to try and talk you through it the best I can. So touch gloves at the start, just being sportsmanlike. And what I decided to go for here is a couple of kicks, because I know that McGregor's really good, but Alvarez countered and got me well. I kind of overused the advanced kicks, which is I think L1 direction and X or circle. But I got a good combo with punches left and right, alternating, and then a nice reverse kick. Alvarez at this moment in time, you can see in the top right hand corner, his head was very battered. So I was trying to take advantage of that. Got a good combo again with punches, and yeah, like we just settled down. Did a few more kicks, and I was thinking, you know what? So far we're doing all right. This might be a very easy fight, and get it done nice and early. But you'll probably see in a minute that Alvarez came back into it a bit, and I believe he gets a takedown soon. I can't remember. Even though I recorded this literally just before I did this. Yeah, I just went back. I then went for a nice little counter combo. Got a few punches. Yes, he got one back in there. I think that was me by accident actually grappling with Alvarez, and he nearly actually turned it into a very damaging thing. But like he elbowed to my head, and you can see it flashing top left hand corner. So I was thinking, you know what, I've got to get my hands up. And this is where he goes for his first takedown. It's a double leg one, and he just like slams me into the ground. But I managed to get out of that quite easily and get up. And I decided, you know what, I'm doing well with kicks. Keep getting a couple more just to show that I can like keep battering his head. And I think I've actually hurt his right arm. Oh, a nice reverse kick there. Oh, unfortunate to miss that one. But you've got to time it quite nicely, and if you time it perfectly where they're about to hit, that's when you can like stun them, and that's when you go down for like a oh, I apologise for that. Yeah, that's where you go for a quick takedown. But he actually took me down there. Again, it's another slam, and I can't remember how I did in this. Got to full guard, and then yeah, it showed the full bar going around for get up, but he got a lucky shot in, and then I managed to actually get up. Went for a kick there, but he just blocked very well. And I thought, you know what, build up my stamina again, and then go for a flying kick. Ooh, just missed out. But I went for a left foot kick. Then I actually did get a flying kick nicely, which you see, and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm doing okay, but the thing is, he's really like, he's aiming for my upper body, he's aiming for my torso and my head. So, but Alvarez did very well. He got, I think, 3 takedowns in that one round, and I was like, whoa, okay, I need to concentrate. But luckily it was the end of the round, and as you can see, and I think you hear the commentator say something like it was actually the opponent that had probably the better round, which was Alvarez, because on this game it notifies that McGregor is already the champion, so it thinks that Alvarez is the challenger. So that's the only thing about it. I couldn't set it up properly, so Alvarez was the reigning champion and then McGregor was the opponent. It's the other way around, but that's just for this video. But here's the start of the second round, and this is actually the round in real life that McGregor managed to take down or take out Alvarez. I got a very nice kick there. I don't know what that one was. I was miles away. Went for like a back kick. Missed out on that one. Like you can see, but I use the kick a lot. But with McGregor, it's brilliant. And then I was thinking, you know, I'm going to go for a takedown. So early on, I get posture up and I start punching. I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm actually going to do this. And then I think Alvarez here, he blocks and he brings me back down. I'll posture up again, go for another kick, but my stamina is very low, so the punches are not very good at all. But I'm still punching. I was thinking, you know, I'm so close. Posture up again, and I don't think, yeah, I don't do anything. He just kicks me away. We're back up again. So I'm trying to build up my stamina, try and get him down again. So I'm thinking, you know what, the takedown worked, so I should do that again. And I think it's in a second that I tried another takedown. But I want to just stun him so that I've got a chance to like actually do it. Yeah, this is where I take him down. Or bring him down. He actually does a submission attempt against me, and I'm useless at this. I don't understand it, but I managed to get out of it. Posture up again, keep hitting, and I'm like, come on, I'm so close. And then, oh, I thought that was it then. Posture up again, got a few hits, and he wasn't defending, so look, we're just struggling. Just posture up, come on, this might be the chance that I'm gonna get. And then it's called. McGregor wins it, and like I was so happy. I was like thinking, second round, it's a knockout, I'm thinking I've actually done exactly the same, and I'm happy because I love Conor McGregor, and I just think that was a brilliant way to end it, and I think it was a brilliant fight. To be fair, Alvarez in this probably did more in this than he did in the real fight against McGregor. But I'm just going to let you watch this next bit once it's like the ceremony to hand over the belt, and then we'll talk through the stats afterwards because we leave time to actually look at the different stats. Just to say, it's such a nice sight seeing Conor McGregor have a belt run. Actually, he's got 2 in real life now, but it's not going to show that on here because it is a video game after all.
Conor Notorious McGregor remains the UFC lightweight champion.
Right, this is when we actually start to look at the fight statistics, and as you can see there, I only landed 14 out of 43 significant strikes, which is only like a third of like percentage wise, but my total strikes was actually not too bad. We'll go into the round 1 bit just to have a quick look at it. If you look, he had 3 out of 4 takedowns, Alvarez did, but in round 2 I had 2 out of 2, and that was significant, and that's how I won the fight. So if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.